Hello Lost People, it's Dave with Lost Farms Homestead. We're at the homestead in town. I'm in the bathroom. You can see this is what it looks like when the light comes through. That's pretty good. It's a little bit late right now. This is on the sundown side of the house, so it won't be like this in the morning, which is good. Anyways, so again, it's a little bit late. We had some things going on this morning. I woke up to hang on, I got the dog barking in here. I woke up this morning to giant water. We broke a water main and it was spraying everywhere, and I don't even know how long it had been spraying, and we had to go run out and shut it off and get a bunch of parts and replace it, and then a whole thing hooked into that was just a giant fun run around. So anyways, I'm finally back and I'm getting to work on this again finally. And I've done a few things here. You can see I put this upper on here with the support, and then this support here, and the lower with the support. And I'll show you what those are. Those are to support when we have the contour on here. So we're going to cut that into the lath and attach it, and I'm probably going to make some holes and put some of these bottle bricks in there and do some stuff like that. So sorry, almost stepped on something. So yeah, we're gonna get this going, and I've got John out here helping me this weekend, so I appreciate that. He's doing something else right now, but we're about to get into this. So I think all the framing is good right now. We're done with all the framing, and that's on there pretty good. That's not going anywhere. So yeah, we're getting ready to start cutting the lath. So I'm gonna go get that stuff, take some measurements, and then we're gonna start cutting that in. Once we get that all cut in, we'll put in the bricks and do all of that stuff and get that set up for the mortar. And then after that, we're probably I gotta clean this stuff up here. Ow. Ooh, yep, very sturdy. That's very sturdy. Ouch. Oh, good Lord. Okay, this here I need to clean up, cut that all off and get it all nice and cleaned out so that we can attach the rock over here. I've got the rock board here that we're going to use. This is the drywall that we're going to close that in with right there underneath of the rock board. So I'm going to get that all put on and get that all set up. And I mean, we got a bunch of stuff we got to do. So I'm going to start with the lath on here and get as much of that done as I can, and then start working on the rest of it. So that's where I'm at. So stick around. Thanks. So, alright, so this is what I've got so far.
He fancies himself a lead.
You can see it comes down here like that and then back out and down. You can see it kind of the shape of it starting right there. So, oh, jeez, sorry. I'm falling over stuff. Too small of an area right here. Alright, so anyways, that's what we've got right now. So we just need to do the other side and then cut in the bottle bricks, and then it gets plaster after that. So we're gonna
try it out.
Yeah, she's gonna try it out.
Except when there's water, there won't be cats.
Right.
What do you think, kitty kitty?
I think he's spoiled.
No.
Yeah, I think he's way spoiled. Anyways, alright, so we're going to take a break and go get something to eat because we're hungry. And then we'll come back. We might get more of this done tonight. We might just call it for the night and start it up in the morning. Today was kind of a nightmare.
Yes, I do
So, yeah, talking about ribs. It's very sharp. Okay. Alright, yeah, we might call it for tonight and then pick it up in the morning because it's been kind of chaotic and a lot of stuff happening today. So if we get back to it tonight, I'll get you guys on it. I'll put up a video so you can see what's going on. If not, then we'll pick it up in the morning. So stick around. Thanks. Morning, lost people. We are out here this morning. It is Sunday morning. We've come back from church and gotten coffeed up, and we're all ready to go here now. So the plan was we were going to set up another chicken coop for the chickens and then separate some of them out. But I picked up a chicken coop, like a pen. It's like a pet pen thing from a thrift store, and brought it home. And if I had read it a little bit more clear, I would have seen that it was actually just the top cover for a pen and not actually the full pen. So we don't actually have all the parts we need to assemble it. So we're going to push that to the side for now, and I'm probably going to just build something out of scratch and then use that to cover it, since that's what it's for. So for the time being right now, the next thing that we're going to do is I've got this piece of wood right here, this nice finish wood right here that we're going to use for the top of the table in the RV. And then I got this OSB that I purchased for the bottom because it's kind of thin. We can't really use that as it is, just that. So what we're going to do is we're going to liquid nails glue this down to the board and then cut it to the size we need it. And then we'll bolt it up to the bottom of the table rack and get it all set up so that we have a table for the RV. So that's what we're doing right now. So I'm gonna set up over here and we'll get this cutting and move on from there. So stick around. Thanks. So we have glued this and we cut the edges here in the shape it needs to be in, and we got some weight on it holding it down with the clamps to keep the glue on so it glues the way it needs to. I got some angles we're going to put on the back here so that it'll hook up the way it's supposed to in the back of the RV, and then yeah, we'll see how that turns out. So we're going to let this cure And we got some other stuff. I need to do some more rivets in the back. I got another rivet gun because I keep breaking the ones that I got. Harbor Freight's good for a lot of stuff, but certain things, they break. So, yeah, so certain things such as rivet guns, you want to get the expensive ones because it's cheaper to buy the expensive one than to buy several of the cheap ones. So, note to self. All right, I'm going to grab the new rivet gun and the rivets, and we're going to head out to the RV and start punching some holes. So, stick around. Thanks.
Enter.
Yeah, all of it. All right, so we're in the RV, and apparently we're going to make another pot of coffee.
You're going to make another pot of coffee.
Apparently I'm going to make another pot of coffee.
Don't give me crap.
And Hope is going to read the instructions. So we got the stained glass right here. This is the, it's a stick-on covering for the windows. We're going to use it to cover the BB holes here, here, and then also this broken one over here in the corner. I don't know if you can see that. Here, let me get a little closer. Here. So we're going to cover that and these BB holes right here with that. So that's going to be cool. And then, so as far as the rivets, okay, so, here, John, take that, thank you. All right, so this is the original one that I had. This is the Harbor Freight Special, very cheap. However, this one worked really good. This one I actually used, if you watch any of the older episodes, when we did the roof on the earth bag structure, when we did the roof, all of that flashing, all of the pieces that had to be riveted together, this is the one that I used for that. And I got through that entire project with this rivet gun, and I broke it doing the panels out here. So that was decent, not the best, but decent. So that was the Harbor Freight. This one, this was the Home Depot one. Now I bought this one because I broke the other one, and I used this literally 4 times and it broke. So not a very good rivet gun. So I'm gonna put this one over here. So this is the one, yeah, this is the new one that we just got. This came from Ace, and it looks pretty heavy duty, so I'm hoping it'll do what we need it to. Alright, so our grip range, this is saying to use the green one, so I'm assuming that they're color coded. These are not color coded. Okay, so then what I need to do is look at the, okay, it's an 1/8 inch, so I need the 1/8 inch, which I'm assuming is, yeah, right, that's what I'm saying. So I'm assuming this is the 1/8 inch because it goes from 3/32 to 3/16, this being the big one.
I'll give you a big one.
So I'm assuming that's it. So I'm going to open this up, put the right tip on it, and then we're going to start drilling holes over here and put some rivets in and finish these out, because I got halfway through that panel before I broke it, and I never got any of them in that panel. So that panel right now is just glue. That's just liquid nails on that one. So I need to get the rivets in to finish it out. So that's what we're going to do right now. So stick around.
John,
thanks. we are back inside now, back into this. This is where we left it off. I don't know if you can see that shape, but it's kind of cut in and kind of sweeps and then back up and around back to the wall. So it's kind of a sweeping wall space right there. I'm going to put a couple of bottles in the wall right here. We're going to form that up. I got another piece of lath here. We're going to close in this other side and then put a strip going down the top. We're going to put a strip on there. I'm going to wire it all together with this wire right here so it doesn't come apart. And then once we get everything in here and placed, I'm going to mix up some brown coat, scratch coat for stucco, and we're going to just stucco this whole thing and get it all closed in with stucco. And I realize that's not really what should be used for this, but I'm going to cover it with waterproof plaster that's made for the showers, and that should make it nice. I think we're going to put tile on a lot of it. I'm not sure. We'll either English is hard. Where's my coffee? I need coffee. Okay. Sorry about that. I can't speak this morning. It's actually kind of afternoon right now, but that's okay.
For a whole hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, right. So 1 after 10 after 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Still. Okay. Coffee. Black Rifle. Good coffee. This, I believe, is the Just Black. Okay. Anyways. Stucco, brown coat, and we're going to leave it at that, and I will consider through the week and whatever. And I think, actually, honestly, I think what it's going to come down to is when we tile all of this, how much is left. I really think that's what it's going to come down to, because if we have enough to tile it, we probably will. If we don't, we'll probably go with plaster. So that's my thought on it currently. So anyways, all right, I'm going to start working on this. I'm going to set up over here, and we'll get this done up and then get some brown coat on it, and we'll see what it looks like. So stick around. Thanks. So, first injury of the day, not counting, I got a couple of, I had a little bitty ones here, little,
First injury of the one that usually doesn't get injured.
Alright, you ready?
I got an owie.
Nice flesh wound. Yikes.
He's wide.
Yeah. So we got some iodine and butterfly stitches. We'll handle that. Ooh, that looks brutal.
I know.
You good?
Well, it stopped hurting.
Alright, he's good.
We're still gonna patch it up.
Yeah. So we'll get this wrapped up and then continue.
Nice, it ain't bleeding no more.
What, baby?
Alright. Stick
No,
around.
it was your brother.
Can I see?
Did Dad cut himself? No.
That's a good one.
Nasty. Alright, stick around. Thank you. So, taking a bit of a break. Here, look at this. Huh? What's that? That's through the shade cloth, but it's still pretty. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So taking a bit of a break. So, on my mind, let's see. So, I'm sure you all saw how this last election went. I'm not really gonna get, political or anything like that right now. I would like to say though that for me personally, things have been a little bit tough these last 4 years with the prices of everything. I'm sure everybody has experienced that, and other things. It's been difficult to make progress on a lot of the projects that we've been trying to do, and I'm hoping that with this new beginning happening right now, shortly in the next few months, I'm hoping that things will get a little bit more back to normal, you know, as it was before, and hopefully we can, pick up the pace and get things going a lot faster. So I know things have been a little bit sporadic the last few months, the last few episodes. I mean, we went up and did some groundwork up there to get things ready, but we haven't really had the time and the finances to make it up there to do more work. And the last 2 weeks, the place has been buried in snow. I don't know if anybody knows the weather up in that area, but they had 2 weeks ago, they got about 12 inches of snow up in that area. And last weekend, they got another like 16. So, I mean, it's buried right now in snow. We haven't been up there since it snowed. I'd like to make the trip. I'm considering possibly doing a day trip next week. We got a few things that we'd like to bring up there, and maybe just kind of poke around a little bit, see how things are, make sure everything's good. But we haven't been able to. We've been kind of pretty busy with other things going on. One of the things that we did do that was pretty cool is not last week, but the week before on Wednesday, Fox Blocks has a class that you can go to learn how to do their blocks and learn a bunch of the different things, and you get a certificate that says that you're an approved installer and all of that. So we went and did that class, got a whole bunch of information. I have to redo some of the plans. I did not know, and I thought that it might have been a thing, but I wasn't sure, because when I went through, they have prescriptive engineering for specific walls and whatever else. And I was looking at retaining walls, and by the prescriptive engineering, you can do a retaining wall at 6 inches thick up to 8 feet. Now the back wall and the other side wall, one of the entire back and then one of the side walls is going to be a retaining wall. And I had it drawn at 6 inches, and I had it figured with the prescriptive engineering. And when we went to the class, I found out that all retaining walls have to be 8 inches deep. So I had to change that. I have to change that. I got to go through and redo that and redo all the engineering for that. And then one of the other things that I found out was that when you're doing a retaining wall, you have to pour the entire thing all at once. You can't do a 4-foot pour and then come back and do another 4-foot pour. It has to be continuous all the way up, all at the same time. So, and our original plan was to get out there and do 4 feet and then come back and do another 4 feet. That way we would be able to, because the other thing is the first 4 feet, if you're only pouring 4 feet, you don't have to have any bracing. You don't have to brace it until you get up above that. So my thought was we could get out there, do the footings and do the first 4 feet, and then come back with all the rest of the forms and braces and do the top. But you can't do that. So it changes things. It makes it a little bit more difficult, because we were going to do it in steps with little bits of money here and there, and then just get it together as we could and do it a bit at a time. But it looks like we're going to have to just come up with it all at once and have everything ready to go all at once, and then just go do it, like all of the walls all at once, and then the roof all at once is what it looks like we're going to have to do. So, But that's okay. It just changes things a little bit, pushes things out a little bit farther, but it also makes it where we can do other things in between. So I'm not exactly sure 100% what the plan is right now, because that kind of threw us for a bit of a loop and changed things around a bit. So I have to redo all the planning and all of the scheduling and everything. So I'm not sure exactly how things are going to roll out in the next couple of weeks, but we'll keep videos coming. And I know it's kind of just piddly around the house stuff right now and whatever. And I mean, it's not building. And I know you guys want to see building and you want to see the Earthship, and I want to see building and I want to see the Earthship. But it's just, you know, I mean, it's ICF is not inexpensive. So yeah, so, and there's a lot involved in it. So we're getting it together, we're getting it set up, and we're going to get it going. It's just a matter of how and when. So, but we are in process and we're working on it. So anyways, so that's my thoughts for now. Thank you, sir. That's my thoughts for now. And it's starting to get dark. I don't know if you can see it, but Black Rifle. Yes, I'm drinking coffee all day long. It's that good. So I'm gonna give you a view of the sunset right now because it's really pretty, and then I'm gonna get back to work. So here, check this out. This is what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. It's really pretty. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, one of the great things about Arizona. All right, back to it. Thanks. So we've got this all the way framed out and set up with the frame and the cage. So you can see kind of the shape of it right there. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to clean this out, get this all cleaned out, get everything out of here, and then I'm going to cut some holes in here for the bottles. And we'll place the bottles. Once we get the bottles placed, then I'm going to mix a batch of brown coat, and we'll get this all coated in here and done up with the scratch coat. So stick around. Thanks. so we've got this all the way finished right here. I mean, as far as putting the bottles in, you can see it comes down and swoops down like that to the floor. And we got some bottles just randomly placed in here, so there'll be light coming through similar to this over here. That strategically, you can see, like from in here, if you're in the bedroom, you can see where that's going to block the light so that no direct light in the morning or in the evening will come through this door. It'll all hit that and kind of go back into here a bit so that we don't get this coming through in the middle of the night. Well, obviously not in the middle of the night, but in the evenings. And also from inside here, if you're standing in here, we're going to set up a shower. I'm going to run a cable shower. It's going to kind of curve right there and then go straight across, and it'll be the dangly one that has the ceiling track, so you can just pull it kind of like a hospital thing, right? So, but you can see here, if we're standing in here, this is plenty of space, plenty of room. Yeah, that's going to be nice. And then this will block the water, because the water will be coming down. See, it comes out right here, but what we're going to do is I'm going to bring this straight out and then up, and I'm going to hook it up here and put the big, like the 2x2 square, so that it comes straight down in the middle, right over the center. So it'll be coming straight down, and then we'll have the shower to keep it from going out in this small area right here. That from there to there will be open, but we'll have the shower to stop that, and then this will stop any water from coming out on that spot. So yeah, so that's kind of the plan. I got the drywall on here. There's a small strip, but I'm not going to worry about that because we're going to cover the whole thing with rock board. And I just wanted to make sure it was going to be level when it went on, so it would go on level instead of dropping back in that part where there was none. So that's going to be okay. I'm not really worried about that. We got this cleaned up right here around the edges. Got my coffee cup sitting in here. And around the edges of that, it's all cleaned up so that we can get the grout in there when we get to it. So I was not paying attention earlier, and we do not have enough of the brown coat to start this yet, so I'm gonna have to go pick some up either next weekend or during the week. I'm gonna have to pick some up, and then we'll get this covered and cleaned up and nice. So I'm gonna call it right now. So this is where we're at. That's where I'm leaving it right now, and yeah, we'll get back to it next weekend. So thanks for watching our video. Like and subscribe. See you next weekend.